Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're gonna talk about something that might sound surprising at first, and that is being selfish and the benefits of it. And before you raise your eyebrows, let's clarify that being selfish isn't always a bad thing, and in fact it can be quite healthy, so let's dive in. Many of us have grown up with the noble notion that giving is a virtue, and without a doubt it is. Generosity, compassion, and kindness are the cornerstones in building meaningful connections and making the world a better place. However, there is a persuasive myth that suggests that we should be in a constant state of giving, even to the point of self sacrifice. This myth can have unintended consequences on our well being and the quality of our relationships. The given myth promotes the idea that we should always put others' needs before our own. It suggests that if we aren't in a constant state of giving our time, energy, and resources, then somehow we are failing as compassionate individuals. This leaves us feeling guilty anytime we need to set boundaries or take time for ourselves. Constantly giving without receiving can take a toll on our mental and physical well-being. It can lead to burnout, stress, and exhaustion. Think of it as running on a battery that's never recharged. You will eventually run out of energy to give. Ironically, the myth of constant giving can strain relationships rather than strengthen them. When we give without receiving, we may start to feel resentful and unappreciated, and this will lead to frustration and distance in our relationships. Receiving is a crucial counterpart to giving. It's not selfish to accept help, kindness, and support from others. In fact, receiving can be a gift to the giver. When we allow others to help us, we validate their desire to contribute and connect. This creates a more balanced dynamic in our relationships. We often associate selfishness with negativity, but it is important to differentiate between the healthy and unhealthy kind. Healthy selfishness means taking care of yourself and your needs without harming others in the process. Healthy selfishness is about self-love and self-preservation. It involves recognizing that your needs are just as important as anyone else's. It doesn't mean disregarding the needs of others or becoming narcissistic, but it is about achieving that balance where you can be there for others while also taking care of yourself. Taking time for yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. When you take care of yourself, you become better equipped to handle life's challenges and help others effectively. Self-care can take many forms. It might mean setting aside time for relaxation, pursuing hobbies you're interested in, or even seeking a professional help when you are facing difficulties. Remember that self-care isn't selfish, it's rather a crucial part for maintaining our mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Boundaries are your friends. Setting boundaries is a critical aspect of healthy selfishness. It is about knowing your limits and being assertive about them. Boundaries are there to protect your time, energy, and mental health. Think of them as guardrails on the road of life. They are there to keep you on track. Boundaries help you define what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. They prevent you from overcommitting and feeling overwhelmed. For instance, if you need time alone to recharge, setting a boundary for regular solitude is healthy. Your mental health deserves attention too. Healthy selfishness allows you to take breaks when needed, seek therapy, and engage in activities that boost your mental well-being. And it isn't just good for you, it benefits everyone else around you. Think of your mental health as the foundation upon which your entire life rests. When you are mentally strong, you are more resilient and you're more equipped to handle life's challenges, And you also become a more stable support for those who rely on you. Now, pursuing your goals and passions isn't selfish either. It's a way to grow and define fulfillment. When you invest in your goals, you become more interested, satisfied person, and that positively affects your relationships. Learn to say no without guilt. You don't have to say yes to every request or invitation that comes your way. If something doesn't align with your values, it's okay to say no. Remember that your time is precious. Saying no when necessary is an act of self respect. It's about recognizing that your time and energy are valuable resources and you want to allocate them where they matter most. By doing so, you engage in commitments and activities that truly resonate with you. Now, resenting others for not meeting your unspoken needs isn't fair to anyone. While healthy selfishness allows you to communicate your needs clearly, which fosters a more open communication. Resentment can fester when you feel like your needs are being ignored or overlooked. By practicing healthy selfishness, you create an open dialogue where you can communicate your expectations and work together on meeting each other's needs. This helps to reduce misunderstanding and it also helps to foster a harmony in a relationship. Now, here's how you can make choices grounded in thoughtful selfishness that will create room for a personal growth and make a better impact. And first is prioritizing self care. Thoughtful selfishness begins with recognizing the importance of self care. And as I mentioned previously, when you prioritize your well being, you become more equipped to help others and face challenges. Next is making choices that align with your values. When you live in a harmony with your beliefs and principles, you become more authentic, and that can also inspire others to make purpose driven choices as well. Next is investing in your personal growth. When you strive for self improvement, you become more knowledgeable, empathetic, and capable individual. This can enable you to contribute to your community in a more meaningful way, as well as support others in their own journey. But sometimes helping others too much hinders their personal growth and independence. Healthy selfishness, on the other hand, allows you to strike a balance between assistance and letting others to navigate challenges on their own. This approach supports personal development and resilience in those you care about. When you make thoughtful, self-centered choices that prioritize your well-being, you become a role model for those around you. Your actions demonstrate the importance of prioritizing self-care, self-awareness, and authenticity. Others may be inspired to adopt similar practices, leading to a ripple effect of positive change. By taking care of yourself and making choices that benefit you, you become a more stable and resilient member of your social network and you contribute to the well being of your community. Many struggle with the feeling of guilt when they put themselves first. And it is important to recognize that taking care of yourself isn't selfishness, it's self preservation. Your well being matters. Guilt can be a heavy burden to carry. It often arises from societal expectations or past conditioning. However, as you embrace thoughtful selfishness and see its positive impact on your life, the feeling of guilt will eventually fade. Let's talk about building better relationships through authenticity. In a world where image often takes precedence over substance, authenticity is a rare and precious trait. It's the art of being true to oneself and to others, and it helps to create a more meaningful and deeper connections. Authenticity builds trust, and trust is a cornerstone of any healthy relationships, be it with a friend, a family member, or a romantic partner. When you are being authentic, you demonstrate others that you are genuine and honest. People can rely on you to be consistently yourself, and this consistency builds trust. Authenticity encourages vulnerability. It's a two-way street. When you are being authentic, you create a safe space for others to be authentic as well. This encourages vulnerability, which leads to a more meaningful and deeper connection. When both parties feel safe to share their thoughts and feelings, relationships become richer and more intimate. Authenticity leads to open and honest communication. When you express your thoughts, feelings, and needs authentically, you pave the way for a productive conversation. Authentic communication allows for problem solving, conflict resolution, and mutual understanding. When you are authentic, you naturally attract people who appreciate and resonate with the real you. Authenticity acts as a filter, helping you form connections with those who share your values and interests. This leads to a more fulfilling and compatible relationships. Authenticity reduces stress. Putting on a facade and pretending to be someone you are not can be exhausting. Authenticity eliminates the need for that, allowing you to feel more relaxed and comfortable with who you are. Authentic individuals are better at setting and maintaining boundaries. They know their limits and they're not afraid to communicate them to others. This ensures that relationships are respectful and built on a foundation of mutual understanding. Authenticity requires self-awareness and self-acceptance. So when you truly embrace yourself, flaws and all, you cultivate a sense of self-worth that also transfers into your relationships. Authenticity is contagious. When you are genuine with others, you inspire them to do the same. Also, authenticity requires empathy. So when you make an effort to understand and empathize with others, it becomes easier for you to relate to their emotions and experiences. Authenticity is not about being stagnant. It is about accepting your current self while allowing for growth and evolution. Authentic individuals are open to self-improvement and are more likely to encourage the growth of those around them. In conclusion, authenticity is the key ingredient to better relationships. It attracts the right people, reduces stress, it promotes open conversations, and creates a more meaningful and deeper connections. Ultimately, it's about finding a balance where you can meet your own needs and be considerate to others at the same time. Healthy selfishness isn't about neglecting others, but it is rather about ensuring that you are in a place to offer your best self to them. So, there you have it. Healthy selfishness isn't something to be ashamed of, it is rather something to embrace. And if you resonate with this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.